If you guys want to get yourself incredibly cheap FIFA coins, then make sure to check out fifacoin.com. They have all sorts of sales across April for members, so you can get yourself even more coins for even cheaper prices. And of course, when you do use the code PENGUIN, you'll get 5% off all of your orders. Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to yet again another FIFA 17 video. Today I am bringing back a series idea which I actually done quite a lot on FIFA 16, and that is my A Squad of concept. Today we're going to be looking at the most hated players on FIFA 17. So if you guys do enjoy this video and want me to carry on, maybe in the next episode bring out a squad of the most loved players on FIFA 17, then make sure to show your support for this video by smashing the like button. Can I hit 2,000 likes? That would be insane. As you can see as well by the banner on the side of the video, you guys can get yourself free Microsoft points and PSN codes from @Bounty. We'll put a link in the description, and when you do use the code PENGUIN over there, it'll start you off some bonus points. But anyway, let's go straight into this squad. And firstly, as you can see on the screen right now, we have got Thibaut Courtois. So I have built this squad around the karma rating on Foothead, and Thibaut Courtois was by far the most downvoted goalkeeper on FIFA 17. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, to start off with, is his rating, being 89 rated and having a huge upgrade from FIFA 16, even though Chelsea actually finished 10th in the Premier League last season. So a lot of people unhappy that he is actually higher rated than the likes of Hugo Lloris and Gigi Buffon. Another reason being is because he is actually kind of disliked by a lot of Chelsea fans, as he has constantly talked about how much he hasn't enjoyed his time at Chelsea and would like a return to either Atletico Madrid or potentially Real Madrid, so obviously that isn't going to sit well with Chelsea fans. So then moving up into our defence, and firstly at right back we have got Jara. Now this guy had a very infamous game whilst playing for Chile against Uruguay, and the reason being is because he was actually man-marking Edison Cavani, and yeah, the rest is history really. This guy on multiple occasions stuck his finger up Edison Cavani's bum. Now this didn't sit well with fans of Uruguay, and as a result this guy is being constantly hated in the FIFA scene as a result of his actions in that game. Now moving on to our second defender in the squad, we've got Conte. Now after originally seeing this guy being downvoted on Foothead, I believed it's because his name had a close resemblance to the Chelsea manager Antonio Conte, but unfortunately it was a lot more serious than that. So apparently the reason this guy is being downvoted so much and is hated on FIFA 17 is because he actually viciously assaulted a 19-year-old with a baseball bat and left them in hospital with numerous injuries. And as a result, the karma system on Foothead doing its work, and this guy has been heavily downvoted, and rightly so. Now I'm sure there were aggravating factors for him to do such actions, but violence is never the right way to solve anything, and as a result, like I mentioned, he has been heavily downvoted on Foothead. So as for the next defender in this squad, we have got a Colombian international, and again unfortunately violence comes into play here, being the reason why it is being downvoted so much and turns out to be one of the most hated players on FIFA, and that's because unfortunately he actually abused his girlfriend, and it was caught on camera by CCTV in an elevator as well. So definitely no denying the actions that this guy done to become one of the most hated players on FIFA, as it was caught on camera. Next then, at left back, we have got Neil Taylor, and personally, I don't really like this one too much. Now, this guy was the unfortunate aggressor in the actions which actually caused Seamus Coleman to break his leg. Now, I'm sure the guy definitely didn't mean to do so, however, the Foothead community being absolutely ruthless right here, and since the actions of the international game between Wales and Ireland, he has just been absolutely destroyed on Foothead, and as a result becomes one of the most hated defenders on the game. Like I said, not too keen on this one myself, even though some of the other players have definitely deserved to be some of the most hated players on FIFA 17, but as for Neil Taylor, I think this guy is very unfortunate to be put into this squad. Anyway, we'll move up into our midfield, and firstly, we have got Esteban Pavez. So the reason this guy actually makes the list is because of something he said in the middle of a football match. Now, coming up against an opposing player, he actually referred to him as an assassin and said, "You killed your friend," straight to this guy's face. Now, the reason this is so unfortunate is because the player he actually said this to was involved in a car accident which ended up with the loss of life of 3 people. And therefore, to call this guy an assassin from the result of such a car crash is just a terrible thing. Now then, moving on along the midfield, the next player we have got is Joey Barton. Now I'm sure this doesn't need much explanation, to be honest. This guy is just one of the most hated players in football history, simply because of his dirty tactics that he employs in games. Now he has punched people, he has kicked people, he's done it all in order to get the upper hand for his team, and as a result has a very bad reputation, and is the reason he makes this team as one of the most hated players on FIFA 17. Now the next player to make this list is actually a Turkish international, and although he is held in high regard in his own country of Turkey, he's actually been found to be a racist on the football pitch and has unfortunately used the N-word against opposing players. Now there is definitely no excuse for such racism in football, and as a result the foothead community doing the right thing and giving this guy a ton of negative karma. So then, as for our final midfielder in this squad, we have got Dimitri Payet, and I'm sure like Joey Barton this guy needs very little explanation as to why he is one of the most hated players on FIFA 17. So at the start of the season, Dimitri Payet was of course playing for West Ham. However, as you can see by the card on the screen right now, he is actually at Marseille, and the reason he has joined this club is because he essentially forced the move from his Premier League club of West Ham back home to France. Even though he was getting paid incredible wages by West Ham, he simply refused to play for them and just wanted to go back to France. Of course, this didn't sit well with the fans of the Premier League and mainly West Ham fans, and as a result has been downvoted a ton on the foothead karma system. So then going up into our strikers, and firstly we have got Icardi. Now on foothead he actually hasn't been downvoted too much. And that's because he has of course got a fantastic card, and due to his FIFA 17 rating, people actually enjoy using him. Now the reason I put this guy into the squad is because his current wife was actually the wife of one of his teammates, Maxi Lopez. So he had an affair with his teammate's wife, so he essentially just robbed his teammate's wife. Not only that, but to make matters worse, Maxi Lopez had 2 children to this former wife, and Icardi has gone ahead and got tattoos of Maxi Lopez's children on himself. And as a result, even though he hasn't been heavily downgraded on foothead, I still had to put him into the squad simply for those facts. As for our last player in this team then, we've actually got a player in the Bundesliga now. Now this is important to mention because the reason he has been downgraded so much is because he actually originally left the Bundesliga to join the 2nd tier division in Germany simply for the money. Now he was already playing at a Bundesliga club and moved to the 2nd division simply to increase his wages. And I mean, they're in the Bundesliga now, so he is back where he originally was, but to move a club for money is just disgraceful. But anyway guys, I'm sure there are plenty of players who I've missed off this list. Some of them you may not believe to be worthy of being into this squad, but I've tried to stick to the foothead downvoting system in order to essentially show you guys the most hated players in their respective positions on FIFA 17. If you guys have enjoyed, like I mentioned at the start, would be greatly appreciated if you could smash the like button. 2,000 likes would be insane. Now if you do want me to do another video along the same series idea, maybe the most loved players on FIFA 17, and let me know in the comment section down below. Like I did mention, however, it does bring us to the end. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash the like button. Do subscribe if you are new around here as well, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.